Hello to everybody out in Facebook land, loved ones, friends, families, all of you. Today is Wednesday, February 20th, 2019, and this is feed number 27. And it has been quite the colorful week for me thus far. Very good. Today I spent most of the day at my niece's state wrestling tournament, which was interesting. And yeah, so that's where I've been for most of today. And that was really, it was a learning thing because I really didn't know much about wrestling, and it was enlightening and it was pretty fun. And here's what I have to say about that. The short people are those who rule wrestling. The tall, skinny ones, you guys are going down and going down hard. Okay, so anyways, moving on. So as I have been thinking and trying to be observant and sensitive and aware, and especially to people around me and their comments and stuff like that, I get this sense here, okay, and it's a pretty, I think it's a kind of common sentiment, but you never know. I get this sense that people are a little bit fed up with our government, maybe disappointed, distrusting, that whole thing. And on top of that, considering the loved ones around me and who you are and whatnot, a very strong sense of the last days is upon us. Okay, so put those two things together, and it can sometimes set a little bit of fear into our hearts, maybe even a little panic or urgency. The urgency I love. I wish everybody felt a sense of urgency. The fear and panic, I don't think there's a need for the fear or the panic, to be quite honest. So I'm going to start off, as you all know, if I'm reading a particular book or whatever, I usually end up sharing pieces of it with you folks. And I'm going to share pieces of this book that I'm on right now. It's by Hubie Brown. I don't know him, but I'm getting to know him, and I love this man so far. So anyways, there's a chapter in it about prayer. So my feed tonight is actually going to swirl around prayer. Okay, so I'm going to read you a paragraph. So hang on and try to listen. And here's what he says, just a tidbit about prayer. Try to listen closely. We should pray for strength and wisdom, for courage and stamina, for understanding and charity, for the things we need to help build worthy characters and thus to glorify our Maker. We should pray for help to make us equal to our tasks, as President Lincoln did. He says, I have been driven many times to my knees, says President Lincoln, by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all around me seemed insufficient for the day. At another time, he has also been known to say, I have always taken counsel of him and have never adopted a course of proceeding without being assured, as far as I could be, of his approbation. And so with that in mind, as we kneel and we have our prayers, may I just remind you, it's not going to be a long feed tonight, but may I just remind you about this. There is a promise given to this beautiful country that we are a part of. And as far as I know, Hawaii is still the 50th state, so we are still part of that United States of America. And there's a promise that comes with this country, and the promise is this. As long as there is one righteous prayer being offered, he will spare us. Okay? Yep, that is a promise. One righteous prayer being offered, he will spare us. I have known that since the very first time I've ever read the Book of Mormon, and I know it today as I'm sitting here doing this feed. With that said, may I remind you, okay, yes, as things progress in a horrifying way, in a surprisingly ugly way, may I please remind you, and I stand with President Hinckley on this reminder, that as ugly and as horrible as this earth is going to get is also in the very, very same breath as beautiful and as magnificent as it will become. The choice is yours, what you're going to choose to look at and focus on. One more reminder. As ugly and as horrible and terrifying as this world gets, is also in that very same breath as beautiful and as magnificent and wonderful as this world will get. And so with that said, I cannot wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the signs, the few signs that are left, unfold. I can't wait. I want to be standing in my mortal body when he comes again. I want to be here. And I want to watch how everything unfolds to that wonderful time that most of us wait for. With that said, I will leave you tonight with those sweet little happy thoughts. And you have wonderful prayers tonight. And in your prayers, hopefully you will thank him for where you are and that you get to be here on this glorious earth during these awesome days and times, that we are so alive and we get to be who we are right now. And I get to be with you right now, the whole thing. Please have a wonderful night. I love each one of you. Thank you for spending time here. Thank you for spending time with me. I welcome all comments, responses, questions, anything. I welcome it all. And may I remind you that I do have a YouTube channel, and if you'd love to subscribe, go right ahead. Feel free to do so. Okay, folks, have a wonderful night tonight. I will see you on Sunday. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and stay tuned.